So I wanted to do this a couple of years ago, but never really got around to doing it. I can make some very, very delicious mashed potatoes. And since that's going to be a part of the Christmas dinner table, I figured it's high time I show you guys how I do mine. So come on in. Let's get these Christmas sides together before the big day arrives. Come on in, family. Let's cook. All right, family, let's go ahead and get these ingredients out the way. Start the show, the potatoes. So these are 5 medium-sized russet potatoes. And you want something like a russet, something very starchy. You don't want anything like the red ones. They're just too waxy. Can they make mashed potatoes? Yeah, they can. But it's not the same as a nice starchy potato. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and wash these and then go ahead and peel them. Now, have you some water to the side, because once you peel them, you're going to put them in some water so they don't oxidize and turn black or brown on you. Once you've done that, you want to cut these kind of thin. You don't want to take too long for them to cook, but at the same time, you want them all to be uniform and the same size, because you want them all to cook evenly, okay? So once you've done that, put them back in some water again, and then you'll be ready to go. Now we have our butter. Now, this is some Kerrygold. This is 4 tablespoons of Kerrygold unsalted butter. If you want to add more, wait till the end. What we're doing is we're just getting a base of it for now so we can determine how fluffy or how creamy we want it. Next up, we got some Boursin cheese. Okay, you know what Boursin is? This is a Gournay cheese, and this particular one is garlic and fine herbs. This is my favorite one. They have other flavors too. So we're going to use some of this, not all of it. I'll probably use a tablespoon or 2 inside of the mixture. And then we have some heavy whipping cream. Now, I've used milk. I've used buttermilk. I don't have any buttermilk. Got some heavy whipping cream. And so this is what we're going to use. And there's a cup of this heavy whipping cream for these 5 potatoes. Then we have our seasoning. I got some white pepper. You don't really want that spotted look on your potatoes. There's nothing wrong with it, but you can still have that pepper taste without seeing all the black specks within the potatoes. Then we have some granulated garlic. We have some granulated onion, and then my mix. For those of you who've been watching me for the longest, you know this is my special blend of Morton Seasonal and accent salts, a 50-50 blend that I use some of the time in my cooking. All right, so we got everything out of the way. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, family. So we got everything is all cut up. We'll go ahead and just transfer this to a pot. We're gonna let this cook. And the secret to this is you want to go ahead and cook these all the way. I mean, until you get to a point you're like, man, I'm cooking these too long. You really want these to be very soft, because if you don't cook them all the way, you're gonna have lumps. You know, it's gonna be underdone, and it's just not good. So that's why I tell you to cut them up small. If you cut them up small, you don't have to worry about it. It won't take as long. Don't cut them up so big. Cut them up small. It'll take a lot less time. You'll get a lot better product. All right. So once these are done, we'll be back to strain them off. The one thing that I do is I get my liquids off in here and my seasoning. Now, this is going to be garlic mashed potatoes, so I'm going to put a significant amount of garlic. Now, as you all know, I always say I can't teach you how to season, okay? You have to learn how to season according to your taste. So I can't sit here and say, you know, put a pinch of this or a teaspoon of that, and it may not be good for your taste. Yeah, I'll give you some measurements, but you may want to use more or you may want to use less, okay? Just depends on your taste. You got to learn how to flick that wrist when it comes to adding your seasonings. All right, so we're going to go ahead and whisk this up. Go ahead and whisk that up in there. Get that black pepper. Forgot about the black pepper. All right, that's good enough. A couple of shakes of that black pepper. Some of y'all may like black pepper and want to add more. That's fine. All right, now go ahead, put the butter in there. Let that drop off in there, and then put some Boursin cheese. And this is what's going to set it off, folks. This right here. This is what's going to set it off. All right, so go ahead and that's one. That's 2 tablespoons there. Go ahead and just get the rest of this little salt. That's on the sides. And we can just put this back up. All right, folks, so we're back. So if you can just hit this like this here and it goes down, listen, you're doing good. So we're going to go ahead and strain these off, and then we'll be back to put them in the bowl and mix it up. All right, fam, we got it drained off really good. You can keep a little bit of that moisture in there. It's not going to kill anything. And once you got that in there, bring over your hand mixer. Go ahead, push stuff down to the side. All right, let's see if we have to add any salt or anything else to it. That's perfect. That is perfect. So let me go ahead and plate this up for you, and we'll be back. All right, family, time to go in on this delicious mashed potatoes. I put a little extra Kerrygold butter on top. It's got butter everywhere. Let's go in. Wow. Wow. Let me tell you something. That Boursin and that heavy whipping cream. Can't beat it. This thing here good, man. I can eat this whole little plate here, man. Wow. Well, look here, folks. We just did the mashed potatoes for you. It's the easiest thing to do. Very simple instructions. You can add some sour cream in there. You can add some Parmesan cheese and everything. I've done all type of things, but this is the best way to do. Somebody taste this at the Christmas table, they're done. They're done. And don't be trying to do this with the box mashed potato. It don't work with the box stuff. Don't do it. Listen, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you, if this is your first time tuning in, I want to welcome you. I want to thank you as well. Go ahead, if you got any value out of the content you just seen, hit that like button. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. But I want you to look over a little bit and look at the join button. That's for our memberships. Now, our members get some extra perks. They get written out recipes, and they get badges and emojis, and we'll do all type of stuff coming up for those memberships. So if you want to be a part of that, go ahead, hit that join button. So folks, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to get out of here. So until the very next time we see you folks, till the very next video, as always, family, peace.